Hey everybody, this is Otter, and we'll be going over a demonstration as well as a small little tutorial on SpeedSign version 0.8.1. This is a plugin for Bukkit, of course, created by NeedSpeed10. Major thanks to this guy. This is a pretty short and sweet little sign mod that he came out with. It's pretty simple. You set a sign, you can edit it easily, you can clear it. It has a couple little command lines. You'll grow to find out that I really hate slash commands. I only use them if I really have to. But being a big Spout fan and being a fan of just exploiting different tools for different uses, for admin uses and all that, I try and stay away from this unless I'm chatting it up with the boys. But there's a lot available as far as the command, such as destroying the sign, adding lines to it, protecting it. If you have Essentials Protector, basically does that. Makes it so that only you can destroy the sign and edit the sign. And there's some other cool little stuff. I won't be getting into the intricate parts because I get internal errors on that, and this is not a full release, I'm assuming, because it's version 0, not version 1. So for what he's released, it's great. There's other plugins that do this, but I haven't found one that quite acts as well as this. It doesn't give me any issues outside of the more advanced options that I would never, ever use, so I'm not really worried about that. Otherwise, it works with 1185 Bukkit release, which is great. So you 1.8.1 server hosts will have we'll want to take a look at this, because I know there are a lot of sign mods out there that were great and did a lot of stuff like this, but simply weren't updated. So I hope that NeedSpeed10 gets a lot of support from the community coming out with this. It's a pretty little simple doodad, and let's get into it. So you set a sign, and this is a well in a town, of course, generated by yours truly. Notch, not me. I don't know why I said yours truly. Anyways, so let's say we put well, but let's say we misspell it. Alright, and you're like, now I gotta break this sign, and then I gotta put another sign down. You don't have to, man. All you gotta do is, with a sign in hand, you just right click it, like that, and voila, there you go. Now it's gonna create a sign above here, where that experience bar is. You'll see a sign pop up, and don't worry about that. What's important here is that it actually shows you the text that's already down. All you gotta do is press done. There you go, and you fixed it. That's pretty much the tutorial. I mean, and now I'm gonna get into a little bit more. You can, with a sign in hand, your sign affecting the sign, you can double left click, and it will clear the sign for you. It'll tell you, confirm it with you in chat right there. There's also colors available. Now, instead of using the ampersand colors, such as ampersand1 or ampersand B, ampersand F for white, that's really the only one I know by heart. I think 1 is black. Instead of using those, it uses a $sign, calling up an alias. This is kind of reminds me of IRC aliases. So you're going to call up an alias for a color. And in this case, blue would be blue. Red is red. And you might say, hey, this is taking up way more characters than just putting down 2 characters, ampersand, and then, 1 more character, 2. And you're like, I only have 15 lines to work with. That's totally fine. The developer, NeedSpeed10, was generous enough to allow us to change the aliases through the config file that he has left for us with the jar. And all you have to do is you can name the color whatever you want. You can name it a letter, a number. You can give it whatever alias you feel. So long as it follows with this, you can just do whatever you want. Blue well, and it should be in red. There you go. It's more like a pink, but Notch might be colorblind. I don't know. But there you go. It's that easy. Now there's other things out there that you can do. The sign help, surprisingly, these are the old commands. There are a ton more commands available. I won't be going over those because I just simply wouldn't use it. The new ones are actually longer commands. It's SS edit for SpeedSign edit. So I know one of them you can actually add a sign to a group, and then you can give group commands so that signs all over the world will be affected by the commands that you give through the control panel here. There's tons of different stuff you can do with it. For me, I just use it for the mods when we set up towns and different districts and stargates. All the things you're like, oh, I got to destroy this sign. Why does the sign take longer than I want to take down? That's just way too long. I'm way too impatient for that. I mean, I have all the time in the world, but I don't want that. I want to be able to come up here, clear it up, change it to what I need, and be on my way. With that said, it also has a lot of permissions to give. He did a great job with the permissions. I'm using PEX, so if you use PEX, which everyone has complaints about or loves, I'm on the fence with PEX. I don't really care. Permissions are permissions. So long as you have super perm, everyone supports super permissions. So get super perm bridge for God's sakes. Everyone supports that, and you'll be fine. You can control who can use the different commands, who has control over different signs. It's really great. It's a pretty lightweight package. I just love that you really never have to come over to the sign. You know, I don't know, to destroy it, you can use sign destroy, and then you don't get the resources back. There's that's the only thing I'd ever use it for. And it just doesn't seem that applicable. So, I mean, just the two little functions here, alright? The ability to right-click to edit, the ability to double-click to clear. That right there sold me. So I hope Need Speed 10. This is a great project. I hope you keep up with it. You keep updating it as Bukkit updates itself. I hope that you continue to make awesome, simplistic, and streamlined projects like this. And that's it. I hope I persuaded you all to get on Need Speed 10's bandwagon. And there goes the rain. I think every video I make is going to have rain. So anyways, this is Autoprop signing off.